cheating on my husband made me a better mother.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Breaking up your family. You have kids. They need to have both parents to be balanced, healthy individuals later on in life. And you broke it up because you wanted some strange kioka.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then really what happens is she's so guilty, but at the same time she's getting sexually fulfilled, which does have a positive impact on everybody's mood.
Yeah, I
And
would
so
agree.
she's psychologically projecting her own dopamine hits onto her children. That's all this is.
Pretty much, you are correct.
Yeah, my affair made me happier, and by consequence, my kids. Bullshit.
Yeah,
This one
bullshit,
came out
yeah.
1 month before the last article here, because we got January 2020 is this first one. Then we have September 15th, 2020 is the second one here, and then August 2020 is this one.
Man,
So
she
these
is
are all coming out.
prolific, man.
Yeah, she does write a lot. So
Well,
while
good. We'll have a lot of material.
Yeah. While waiting in line at the market to buy groceries with my 2 children, my younger son reached to hug me. Pulling my cheek toward his lips, he planted a kiss there. What a sweet boy you have, the checker said as she began to scan our items. So she's trying to plant this image of like perfect Americana into your mind so that all of the treachery goes down smoother.
Yeah, it's called ipulation.
Yes.
Manipulation.
Not to be outdone, my older son helped bag the groceries. The checker gushed more. I astonished myself. This was not normal. I guarantee you her kids acted like this all the time.
No, hang on.
But she was so narcissistic.
Well,
she
if
didn't
she
pay
told the
attention to it.
kids that she was getting divorced, a lot of times the kids become more attentive because they think it's partially their fault.
That's true. So if the kids were in the know, could very well explain a lot of this too.
Yes.
Or it is normal behavior, and she's just so up her own ass that she can't possibly fathom the idea of anything that she's not directly paying attention to as being reality. It's like Schrodinger's cat or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
or dog, whatever it was. My 2 sons, 8 and 9 respectively, were getting into mischief. Usually, they broke down into tantrums as a daily occurrence. They acted out more than they behaved. Had my sons changed, or was I the one who was different? Yeah, see, your kids are not going to change their fundamental character.
Well, I mean, if they know the divorce is coming,
unless
yes,
there's a
they
divorce
will.
going, yeah.
They become more attentive.
Yeah, but at this point, she's specifically just talking about the affair. She's
Okay.
not talking about getting divorced. And at this point here, if you go back to this other article, which was written a month later, she does talk about how we tried to stay married.
Huh.
So we tried to stay together. We just both cheated, highlighted our irreconcilable. Okay, okay. So this is old hat here.
Okay.
So, but the timeline here, we may never know how it all adds up.
Yeah, listen, and if you think, like, if you're having marital problems and you think your kids don't know about it, you're out of your goddamn mind.
Kids are extremely perceptive.
Yeah, and like they have like asp, like show up with asp when it comes to shit like that.
Yeah.
And if you're having problems or you're getting your wick, you're dipping your wick, or you're getting punched out by whatever, they're gonna know.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Let's just be real here, okay?
And of course, she's stupid. So she thinks, I love it. I'd never say that having an affair was a smooth ride. At first, I felt guilty about it. I was terrified my sons would notice a change in me, some evidence of my betrayal. And you go down here, my sons noticed nothing. Sure.
Sure.
If your husband figured it out, your kids probably figured it out too.
Yep.
They scurried out of their classrooms the same as always, just like any other day, galloped ahead of me to the car, tumbling inside and immediately begging me to stop at a donut shop. On our route home from school each day, now this is a very key point here.
All right.
We drove right past a donut store. Usually I had the resolve not to stop. Today I didn't. I felt terrible about what I'd just done with another man behind my husband's back, and I felt the powerful need to atone for my sins.
That's actually fairly common.
Yeah. So what she's talking about here is she's genuinely doing more for her sons out of guilt.
Yes.
And that is probably triggering a positive behavioral response, which means that most of the time, she's a bad parent.
Well, I'm glad you said it first.
I mean, we already know she's a terrible wife.
Yeah.
And obviously she's a terrible mother if she thinks that having an affair in any way made her a better parent.
Yeah.
No, you feeling the human emotion of guilt made you a better parent. And instead of trusting that feeling and realizing, hey, I'm fucking up, she doubled and tripled down on stupid for the last 3 years. She hasn't stopped because now that her husband is doing better than she is, despite being a prolific writer on websites no one gives a flying fuck about, obviously.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Oh,
He was a loser when I was with him, even though him cheating on me made it more attractive. I can't figure out what's going on.
But here's the thing with men. All right, men are used to getting fucked over, having Murphy show up and kick him in the balls. Mm-hmm. And men, if he's worth his salt, will get up, dust himself off, make a plan, take action, and improve his situation. Most men will do that.
Yep.
And he's no different.
L. Silver. Wow. I mean, I genuinely thought Amy Horton was as bad as it could get.
Oh.
In terms of sheer cognitive disconnect. But at least Amy Horton never got married or had children.
And she never will.
Yeah. This woman freely destroyed the futures of her sons to lock down a piece of strange just because the rich guy she married wasn't quite rich enough.
Correct. But let's be fair. He was also hitting strange too.
Correct. Yeah. Both of them were responding to each other because, in all actuality, they're both pieces of shit.
Listen, if you're married and you become a master debater, you're doing marriage wrong.
Correct.
Because if you have to debate with your wife to get some poon,
yeah,
it's either that or take care of a hand load yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it wrong. Don't even stay in that situation. Get the fuck out.
Amen.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.